All right, you guys. So I have a lot to say and I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. So I am reviewing today True Botanicals. This is their broad spectrum sunscreen SPF 30 Everyday Skin Tint. This is a EWG certified product. It has their stamp of approval. I've made this video like 1,000 times. So on their website, I did take the skincare match or the match quiz. It's a very generic, broad quiz, and I didn't get a very good match because the first match that they matched me with was this color right here, and that is 06. So as you can see, it's very, very dark. So I would not go by the skin tone quiz. I would just try to go by based on which one you think is the better one for you. So I did contact customer service. You do have a very small window of contacting them as far as getting your stuff returned or exchanged. So I did do a exchange and I ended up with the color 02, and it's this color right here. So this is the color. They tend to oxidize. So once you initially take a dollop out of the bottle there, it is a pump. And once you get a little bit and you start warming it up with your skin, it actually becomes richer in the tone. So if you are going to order one of these, I would suggest going lighter than what you expected, because it does tend to, like I said, oxidize. So remember, this one is 02 and this one is 06 right here. And I am wearing the 02 today, mixed in with a little bit of my Elta MD. This is what I was wearing before. This one did get the EWG, it was at a level 3. So that's why I was trying to use it up and to find something that was EWG certified. Now, so this ends up being a dewy finish. I find it a little bit more on the drier side. I don't think that it's actually a true dewy finish, but it does have a little bit of a sheen to it. As you can see on my forehead, I don't powder my face, but you can see there's just a slight sheen. So for people that are more oily skin typed, I think that you can get away with wearing this if you want to try it. But it is a bit dry. I like to use it, I like to apply it with my fingers or with a little sponge pad. Works really, really well. They do have a brush that goes with it, but again, it's your choice on how you want to apply it. It does have a smell to it. So the smell smells like dirt. It smells like earth. So yeah, so some of that smell can be a little off-putting to a lot of customers, which they have had some complaints. And that's why some people have probably returned the product just because of the smell. It is really off-putting when you first get it. And it did take a little while to come in, so you have to be patient. But yeah, it's pretty stinky in the initial application, but it does go away. So it's not going to smell like that all day. If you're really highly sensitive to smells, you might not like this product. You might say, no, I can smell it on me all day. I can't stand it. I want to take it off. You know, so you might be one of those candidates, but to me, it's it's first like, yeah, it stinks, but then, you know, I put it on and it goes away and I go about my day. So it's not a big deal for me. Um, but I just wanted to let you guys know in case no one's told you. Um, the other thing that I find with the lighter color that I didn't have a problem with the darker color was that the lighter color tended, which today, that's why I had to mix it with the Ulta MD, is that it kicked up some dryness on my face, which I, like I said, I didn't experience it with the darker color. Um, and I don't know why that is. I'm using the same stuff, the same skincare that I used with the darker color, and I didn't have a problem. But the lighter color just tended to be a little bit more patchy and dry, and so. But I'm gonna work with it. I decided I'm gonna work around it. It's a decent formula, to be honest, and I don't feel like having the hassle to return it, and trying to find something else. So I'm gonna work around it. I'm gonna put a little bit more moisturizer to it, and hopefully it'll just kind of, I'll just use it up. That's what I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to use it up. It's not my favorite, and I probably won't purchase it again because I'm going to have to work around it, like I said. But overall, it's a decent product. It's very decent. I think with the darker skin tones, with the medium tones, you'll love it even better because you won't have that dryness or the patchiness. It's just like any kind of liquid formula. As far as liquid lipsticks goes, you know, the lighter colors tend to be better. This is like the opposite. You know, the darker colors tend to be patchy and weird, whereas the lighter colors tend to be, you know, the best colors in liquid lipstick. This one is like the darker color is better than the lighter color, and only because I had the mishap of, you know, getting too dark of a color, that's how I know the difference between um, the two the two shades. Um, and like I said, I didn't have a problem with the darker tone. Uh, Now I could possibly mix them, but I don't want to because the lighter color actually flatters my face and skin tone a lot better. Overall, oh, the coverage. The coverage is nice. As you can tell, it's more like a foundation than it is a tinted moisturizer. It lasts up to 8 hours. I still had a full face of makeup on, um, more so than the Elta MD. The Elta MD kind of faded off throughout the day, whereas the True Botanicals, it was there like a regular foundation, and it did cover. I have a little bit of a area that's healing, and even with the lighter color, it did cover that. So it's going to be like a light to medium coverage. You could possibly build this up to a fuller coverage, but I don't think it's going to be that maxed out. It's just going to be a good medium coverage. But like I said, the lighter color on me did get a little patchy and dry. Even on this little guy right here, I tried to build it up a little bit more with the darker color, mind you, and it's still got a little dry there, because it's a pimple, and pimples tend to be a little bit more dry. um so yeah, so it doesn't really cover pimples that well as far as like making it seamless and not dry and crusty, because if you were up close to me in person, you would kind of see that there's some dryness there, and on this whole side and over here there's some dry patches. But overall, it's a decent product. Would I buy it again? No, unfortunately. I would not buy the True Botanicals. I'm going to keep searching for a better tinted sunscreen, only because the color match is a little off, and the formula is just not as smooth as I would like it to be. And it is a little bit on the pricey side. This usually runs in the $50 range. I did get it on a discounted price, so I only paid within like a $40 range and some change. Um, but yeah, it's a little pricey for all the little nuances that it has, especially the smell and blah, 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 all that mess. Um, so yeah, should you guys run out and go get this product? I would just go with caution. I should have gotten on here and researched it like I did with the other things that I've bought, but I didn't. I just went ahead and did it. It was just an impulse buy that I needed. I needed something like right that second to replace this. So I get what I get, right? But yeah, I definitely am going to be searching for something that suits my skin a little bit better because it's just a tad bit dry. All right, you guys. I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.